Welcome back, I'm Dr. Ruckus, and today in top 1200 or so Mythic, we're playing Budget Enchantments. The only 4 rares I'd ask you to craft are for the Entity Tracker. This is a 3-mana 2/3 Human Scout with Flash. It has Eerie whenever an enchantment you control enters, and whenever you fully unlock a room, draw a card. So we got a draw engine. I think that's worth the rares in the deck. The only other rare in the deck comes from one of the starter decks. It's the Meticulous Archive land. I don't even know if you necessarily want a Surveil land in your low-to-the-ground aggro deck, but I'm going to throw it in because we probably want some amount of duels and might as well throw in the Surveil effect on top. I think the Abandoned Campground in the series like this are the best uncommon or common lands, because it's not uncommon for a player to have 13 or less life, and so a lot of the time this may actually come in untapped. Rest of the deck, we're kind of going Voltron here. We got Scavenger on 1, ideally into like an Ethereal Armor, Protected with Rescue, or into a Combat Research, Protected with Rescue. That's a very strong sequence, or just into any of our 2-drop creatures. Both the Fear of Surveillance and the Inquisitive Glimmer are both enchantment creatures, which would trigger the Scavenger and get it pumped up. I'm running Fear of Surveillance. There are some other 2-drops, like we're not running more rares, so you can't run the Silent Hull Creeper. I don't think I really want to run the Gremlin Tamer. Like, I don't think going wide is what I want to be doing here. I don't find it that productive. Going wide is best if you also want to run the Dollmaker's Gallery, which is a mythic rare, and then, you know, maybe if you're lucky you have enough creatures and you can make them all like sixes or whatever. But I think I'd rather go Fear of Surveillance. Itself is an enchantment creature, whereas the Gremlin is not. It also gives us Surveil power. Since we don't have more rares to spend on like Enduring Innocence or Enduring Curiosity, we're pretty limited on card draw, so I like the fact that this has a Surveil built into the attack, similar to how the Slumbering Keep Guard has a Scry built into the enchantment Enter the Battlefield effect. So we're trying that out. I think it's going to be good. We also have Shelter by Ghosts and also Ossification. Most decks don't run that many basics these days, but if you're a budget deck, you can actually make use of the Ossification because it has to target a basic land you control. Then you can exile any creature or planeswalker an opponent controls. Pretty sweet. That's the deck. Let's give it a go. I think we're in top 1200 Mythic. I'm not really sure. Yesterday I was top 250, and then I started playing around with some different stuff. I'm gonna try to make another run for number 1 Mythic, I guess tomorrow or the next day, whenever the ladder resets. And yeah, I lost a lot of games trying some stuff out. That's okay. 98%. Oh my god. All right, whatever. That's fine. On the play, 2 lands. Yeah, we're gonna keep it. If we're lucky, we can just Voltron them to death. But we got Shelter by Ghosts as well, so. If it's mono red, turn 2 Shelter could be just fine. It is. Do they have a creature for us? No. Okay, we could Glimmer here instead of Voltroning. I think we're gonna Glimmer here. We get the Scry, and I think we're looking for that 3rd land for the Entity Tracker right now. It's going to be super cheap, though. We don't have enough land to do it all. Let's try to get that 3rd land first. It's a good card. It's going to be a single white to cast that off the Glimmer, which is really nice. Alright, so there's our Shelter target. Cool, it's a land. I don't think we can get them to under 13 this turn, right? That's okay. This is going to be a sweet turn for us. Yeah, we'll keep that. I think so. Voltron up. We'll keep it again. Alright, to 15. Draw a card. Does come in tapped, but they're close to 13 life. Mouse again. Ethereal Armor. It's a 2/3. Next land isn't so bad. I guess we could diversify the threats a bit. I think that's okay with me. Let's try this. We'll take anything other than a land, basically. Our removal spell would be pretty sweet. Nope. Okay. That's really nice. That means even if they Shelter here, we can still protect it. Or we could just take it now. That's going to be even better, right? Then it'll be impossible for them to target. think that should wrap up the game here. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so since they're both double warded up, they can't go creature, shelter, and target all in the same turn. So that is game. Not too bad. All right, we're back into the top 1% Mythic. Budget enchantments. I mean, mono red, mono black's gonna be tough, but we'll see how often we get paired up against it. I did actually play one practice game of the Plague View against mono black, and ended up winning. I guess they just didn't have that much removal. So even though all of our early creatures died, the flash draw engine, human scout or whatever survived, and then I popped off from there. It was a good game. Although I think we got a little bit lucky with the removal. I don't know what was going on in their hand. And they like 2 Lilianas. It was a fair game of Magic. We're on the draw. It's definitely keepable. We got good mana. White. Scavenge. Let's go. There is stick. It dies immediately. Torch away. I'm liking the budget series because it gives me something to do, you know? It's like I can redo all the same decks, but with a different edge. And it's always fun to be the underdog. Who doesn't like being the underdog? Let's see what comments you guys got today. Plains. I think we look to flash in the tracker here. We generally want more white in this deck. So if they have removal, they can't use that turn. Less mana efficient. Unfortunately, that means they can kill this thing immediately. What are you gonna do? What do you think red's for? Oh, baby. Carnosaur Reanimator. Uh-oh. I mean, I don't think we necessarily suit up combat research here. Let's give it one more turn. Let's see if they go turn 4 land zombify. No, but that's definitely what they're doing here. They could be all out of cutdowns. Atraxa. Yeah, we gotta win. I think we need to save this for Atraxa if we want any chance of winning. I think we're pretty good to Voltron here. They could have one more cutdown. I guess we want the combat research more than anything, but I think they should be out. With Asha, we could make something big enough to actually just go to toe-to-toe with... I don't think that matters. I think we want to diversify threats here still. Roughly. So you do Ossify or not is the question. I think we're going to want it for Atraxa. You take the chump to shut down the draw. That's what I figure. Put most of the counters over here. Ooh, they don't have Reanimator yet. So we pump out 11 damage currently if we Ossify here. That doesn't do it. But now I kind of want my card draw. Oh, man. I think we wait again, right? If we just get through Atraxa. Block again. Okay. Land. Turn 4 Zombify. Hit the Atraxa, 0 mana open. Ossify, take it, swing for exactly 10. Let's see. Could also Bitter Triumph here. It's another Carnosaur. Icky. That's a card. Exile target creature and opponent controls. Alright, so we can't target ourselves, which is good. Quick check for lethal. I think that is lethal, right? Because we get 2 more. Basic land. Whew. Alright. Get him. 11. To the face. Let's go. The 13 Ranon says, definitely dig the none edited videos more. Just the random talking and looking at comments gives the videos more relatable watchable experience. Obviously, you can skip through ropes and not, but you're doing great. Thank you. I like it too. When you comparing your edited content to non-edited, do you feel more exhausted afterwards having to fill the blank space with commentary? No, it's the opposite. I'd say sitting here, doing this, just waiting for people to take forever playing mono red, is more exhausting than just chilling and chatting with you guys. One lander on the draw, mostly white. Running 20 lands. It's not awful. We have lots of removal in hand. We only have a 36% chance to hit land. We have 2 turns to do it. I think I'm going to keep this. I know I shouldn't. I'm going to keep it anyway. I can't help myself. How are we 99% mythic? I thought didn't we just rank up to like above 1800? Not a land. All right, we got one more turn to get there. Also, if they're Oculus, I guess we could beat that. Kind of depends how it goes. Oh man, this deck is so obnoxious. It's the Abuelo's Awakening, Omniscience, go infinite with Arcavios. We don't have to land. We're a very sad boy. I think we'll attack here, I guess. I mean, we could rescue. How much better is it? I guess this is fine. We'll just play out the next Scavenger. Technically get a little more value off of that. Yeah, I mean, they can just turn 4 win here. I don't really like this deck. Depends if they have the nuts. If they have a reasonable draw, it's okay. But so far, the last 2 or 3 times I've played them, they just gone turn 4 at Abuelo's Awakening. Even through Duress. Even when I've been playing Mono Black and I have Duress, they still have everything. Alright, so there's Omniscience. And so they have Abuelo's Awakening in hand. They just win next turn. Okay. Guess we will chomp through you. Chomp chomp. I'm feeling like we're about to lose this turn. Ayo. You did the thing. And there's the next Omniscience, just in case we can remove the first. And the question is, do you have Arcavios? Prankster? Lots of Arcavios down there. Surveil. Bounce my poor sad creature. It's feeling like an L. Another Awakening down there. Okay. They eat it. We could try to scry to land, I guess. Maybe that's even better. Pretty sure we lost this game. We kept the 1-1 lander, which we shouldn't have. We should not have done that. But, well, it's interesting. They don't actually have the nuts here. They might be totally out of gas. It's just a matter of time, though. That's a blocker. It's not a land. I think I meant to upkeep there. I can't believe he has the audacity to hit us for 1. How greedy is that? Okay. Rescue here. It's a land. I'll keep it. Down to 14. We could win if they whiff. What do we want next? Land? Charter Course? Discard a card. They haven't attacked yet, though. They could have attacked there. I guess they know they only need 1 card to win. They don't need 2, really. Top 4 looks pretty good. Attack? The key? Another Charter Course? Yes, you could have attacked first. It's all land, dude. They've only hit land. No, they bounce this again. Alright, we kind of maybe have a chance here. We're down to 14. We hit the land finally. Can also draw off of that. Shelter is not helpful. We're just pressing for damage here. I guess we'll take even more land. Sure, we could cast Shelter or something. I think I'll still take it. Down to 11. Draw a card. Game not over, shockingly. I'm still waiting for the shoe to drop, but it hasn't dropped yet. What's that card in hand? Alright, that's game, right? Then the infinite, I don't know what their infinite loop is, but that's it. I mean, this game was over from turn 4, basically. They didn't have the nuts, at least. And I guess it's kind of our fault for not mulliganing. Maybe we could have won if we had mulliganed into an acceptable opening hand. Return target permanent card from your graveyard to battlefield, so they go get the other Arcavios. Then they do that, and then maybe get, like, Doppelganger, I guess. And then do that a bunch, is my guess. And then we'll scoop. Pretty sure it's... let's see. Create a token? Alright, I don't really care. That's fine. They'll do whatever they want. I don't really care from there. We'll go to the next game. Let's see. Regardless, I've highly enjoyed your return after the year's sabbatical. Thanks for coming back. Yeah, it's good to be back. In Hearthstone, you get cumulative mana per turn automatically. Okay. I wonder if that takes some of the joy out of deck building, though. I like the Magic. I think Magic's a great game. I grew up playing Yu-Gi-Oh! And I don't even know what Yu-Gi-Oh! Is today, but it looks awful. It looks like everything is a turn 1 win. Which is interesting because, like, older formats like Historic or Timeless, there are random-ass 1-turn kill decks. What's the 1 black that makes 3 black mana? You guys know what it is. On the play, yeah, we'll still keep this. Dark Ritual. And then you just do... You, like, Dark Ritual... There are a couple different ones. Blue. Blue-white. Are they going to kill my poor creature? Do we throw down the combat research just yet? I'm going to. We have double anyway. Oh, a stick. That's not good. Alright, that's okay. Whew. Alright, give me that 3rd land for the tracker. There we go. Alright, we're in the game. Next we can tracker and then hopefully pop off from there. Land it is. Feel of Surveillance. Putting in work here. 2 mana Vigilance, Surveil 1. That's a good stat line. Do you want the next land? No one's got 13 or less life. We're going to flash in the tracker, and then we're going to combat research. We'll probably hit more land anyway. I don't think I want that right now. We need more gas. Cathar Commando. Are they going to block my poor creature? Honestly, that's fine. I'd rather see the block here than on the entity tracker, but it's good to know they're playing this weird card. Trade complete. Pay 1, sack it, destroy target artifact or enchantment. Well, that can kill our Shelter by Ghosts, but how many of these are they running? Dude runs Negate and Cathar Commando. And Jace. Let's see if they minus or plus. They minus? Alright. Cool. Here comes the tracker. There's a land. I think I'd prefer to just kill Jace if we can. But there's no way to do that without just taking it, right? So I guess we shelter to get the board. There's no other way to power it up because it's not a legendary creature. So I guess it's just shelter here. And then we'll also combat research, I guess. But if we're going to combat research, we can do that first. Just to see if there's anything else we draw. No, let's do it like this. Alright, here comes shelter. We already have the next blue in hand. We could hit a white card. Alright. And then we combat research. And hopefully shelter protects it a little bit, but we'll see. Another card. Yeah, let's suit up. Let's get that value while we can. It's a 6/6. Okay. Draw another card. So that's not so bad. Even if they kill this thing, we got a decent amount of value off of that. Sunfall, sure. Ossify can't take the artifact yet. They do get the Jace back, which is the biggest issue. I really wanted to attack it down, but I don't think there's any way to play out either Ossify or Shelter without forcibly taking it, sadly. Maybe that was a mistake. Do we need to take the Jace? We give him a draw, which sucks. I think we're currently already committed to this plan. Alright, so they get a free draw, and then we get 2 Entity Tracker in. Let's do plus. You have to think they suspect the next tracker, given exactly 3 mana open on our side. They do go for the plus. I'm more okay with that. Alright, I'm feeling like this is going to get countered, but we got to try. The 3 steps ahead. Ooh, no more lies. Okay. Thought they might get a draw discard too. There's the next one, though. Never didn't have it. If we want to play around the next 3 steps ahead, we'll play this first. Dude, there's 3 steps ahead. I'm surprised they didn't do that first, because they could have also taken the draw discard, yeah? +1 for each enchantment you control. I didn't even know this had an activated ability. Okay. Basic land. Let's hope they don't have Demolition Field in there. Sure, I guess. I mean, we have to hope they whiff. We have to hope they're out of removal. Okay. Down to 10. It's the next Sunfall. I'm not feeling amazing about our prospects at this time. Combat research looking like a dud. People are getting on my case in the comments about Knight Errant. Hail G9 says, this is from 2 years ago. Hinterland. Oh. That Knight Errant that you dismissed as a horrible card at the beginning, just like the best card of Duskborn, Overlord of the Baelmark, expert guesses really, some kind of weird smiley face. I stand behind all my decisions, and I'll admit when I'm wrong. I was incorrect about the Knight Errant, but my evaluation of the Knight Errant was not bad given the information I had. First, I'm not a boomer player, so I actually had never played Convoke before. I think if you played Convoke before, you might realize how powerful it is, but to me, I didn't really grasp at the time how good Convoke was. But my evaluation was actually exactly correct in the context of my experience with it. You know, I only play a deck for about an hour a day, and then I move on to the next one. So there's very limited time to get enough data to figure out if a card's good or not. And so in that time where I played 1 hour or less, maybe only 30 minutes of mono white, the day I played that card for the first time, I was almost exclusively paired against mono red. And so my evaluation that if you tap your entire board state against mono red, you actually lose the next turn was completely correct. And so under that information, it was not that good of a card. What made it good and what allowed me to play it to the #2 ranked player in the world during that run a year ago was that the Knight Errant was not alone. I paired it with a 1-drop that allowed you to gain life whenever a creature entered the battlefield. And that meant even if you tapped your entire board state to play the Knight Errant, you could then fetch 1 or 2 more playables that same turn, drop them, and get lots of life gain off that, which allowed you to stabilize against mono red. Without the additional technology, Knight Errant still was not that good against mono red, because again, tapping your entire board state against a really aggressive opponent is not very good. So my evaluation was correct, but I did not have the foresight to see beyond, you know, my span of 30 minutes to an hour with a single deck of, like, you know, between 5 and 10 games. You know, how good could it really be in the grand scheme of things? I played it, had my snap judgment, and then moved on. So I was incorrect, but I don't think, given the information I had, it was not illogical. Like, my lived experience was I played 9 games against mono red, and I was losing with it because I was tapping my entire board state, or I wasn't playing it because I realized that would be the outcome. So, yes, I'll admit when I'm wrong. I was wrong about the card, but, like, I don't know. I don't think I was illogical going about it. And I'm still right about Baelmark. Still not a very good card. Okay. On the draw, we'll keep this. Oh, baby. It's soldiers. SP Fencer's asking about my rank 500 Mythic budget Orzhov life gain deck. What would you cut in order to add Amalia? I have a whole video on this. I would just Google search Dr. Ruckus Orzhov life drain or life gain, and you'll find it. Basically, you're going to want the rare lands too, if you're going to be playing black. The pain land especially is important. What are we doing here? They have one white open. We could combat research and ethereal armor. We could just get rid of the hero. How much damage are they going to do to us this turn? It's a little greedy, but this isn't that bad. Alright, we're going to hit him quite hard here. Stick for one white? Am I crazy? What do you have for one white? Nothing, right? Are you holding full control? What's going on here? What do they have that I'm not thinking about? What's holding priority with one white at instant speed that's not Elspeth's Spite during the combat step? We don't have lifelink yet, which is too bad. This is not a bad start for us. Okay. Draw card. Beautiful. That's all we needed. So unless they have their own shelter, we should be okay. If they do, we probably lose on the spot, but that's just standard for you. Scavenge. Do you have the shelter by ghosts? I'm guessing not. Because they're taking their sweet time. If you got it, you just play it and win the game on the spot. So I'm guessing they don't actually have it. But yeah, for the Amalia deck, just look at that video. Like, you play 12 1-drops, and then you play... If you only run 8, I forget. 12 or 8. And then you run 12 copies of the +1/+1 life gain creatures. So, like, a Johnny's Pridemate, 4 of those. Essence Channeler, that's a rare, 4 of those. Amalia, 4 of those. Then you're just, like, extremely consistent in your game plan. Down to 11. Hopefully we can win here. I think we should with Shelter, though. Double Shelter. Hard to beat that. I think we'll take the Scavenger. Dude is still acting like he... I guess there's that 1-mana, like, kill a creature, have them manifest dread. Okay, that's what they have. That makes sense. That's okay. We'll still swing with lifelink. That's mostly what matters. Cool. Nothing to play. 19. Can you get us from 19? It's definitely possible. They go like double ethereal armor. Where they strip our shelter could be interesting. It's a tap land. 1 card left in hand. We got the next shelter coming. And if we hit land, we have an Ossify too. 2 attacks, get in there. Very cheeky. There's a new Floodcaller Teamer combo deck in Standard. Out of all the combo decks, it seems to be the most fun to play. I'd like to see you playing it. Okay. I'll take a look. I think I did remember your comments. Good game. Mono Red has been bested. Weird budget frontliner Mono Red, but Mono Red still. I feel like I looked at it briefly. Maybe we'll try to find it now. Floodcaller team. How do I find it? I guess you probably find it either through tournament results or some random YouTuber. Let's check YouTube. MTG Standard Teamer Combo Floodcaller. Let's see. Infinite Furries Combo from 2 months ago. Teamer Standard Otter Storm 3 months ago. Doesn't seem that new to me. No blue on the draw. We have Ossify. And we got the Pharaoh's Valence. I think we'll still keep this. We're on a budget deck, so like our mana's not going to be perfect. And we don't need that much blue. Like a single blue eventually to hit any tracker on 3 is totally acceptable. Teamer Otters from 2 months ago. Perfecting Teamer Floodcaller. Testing with Invasion of Ixalan 1 month ago. That video has 800 views. And we hit a 1-drop. That's nice. Is this what you're talking about? Teamer Floodcaller combo gameplay. That's from 2 months ago. This is the wildest deck at Worlds this year. That's from 2 months ago. Another Teamer combo from 3 months ago. I don't know how new this thing is. We could get rid of combat research, I guess. Yeah. No, let's get rid of one of the Fear's Valences. We're hoping to hit land off the scry. Off the keep card. I'd like to keep the draw engine if we can. Well, I don't have full control right now. Let's do that. One to the face. Okay. Let's try to scry here. Probably could have attacked first, because I have cut down. We might see it. No. Blue would be nice. They cut you down. That's okay. I get my trigger still. It's not blue. I think we need blue at this point, desperately. A lot of blue cards in hand. Alright, let's... How do I mute YouTube? I don't want, like, all these noisy people. Can I mute it proactively? I guess you guys are about to hear whatever this is. Some random people. I don't know if my audio capture will take that. Can they pick off our enchantments? They could bounce it, yeah. I think we'll just take this thing away. It is some pressure. Keep scrying, looking for that blue. Not a blue. Come on, baby. Give me there. Oh, God. There's so many cards here. 3 Flood Callers, 3 Enduring Vitalities, which is undoubtedly part of the combo. I don't even know what the Flood Caller does. There's Beanstalk, there's Roaring Furnace. 4 This Towns. 2 Invasion of Ixalan. I don't even know what that card does. Let's see if everyone's doing the same thing. Oh my god, is this the same video? This is the same video. I clicked on it twice.
Office trying to...
That's CGB. This is from 2 months ago. I guess we'll get rid of one of the combat research. Though it is an enchantment to trigger all the stuff. Down to 14. This game's not going very well for us. It's not a blue. Well, at the beginning we had a whole bunch of white cards in hand. Probably did not attack there. I was distracted. Yeah, it's got the Enduring Vitality. So that gives all your stuff Vigilance and tap for any color, right? So you can attack with everything, and then, hey, it's finally the blue, and we're actually underneath. So that's huge. So let's Entity Tracker here. Are they going to flash in something and block my Scavenger? They could, I guess. I want to keep it around for one more turn. Yeah, that's what they're flashing in. Okay. I got the same thing. I'm just a bit behind you. You got your fancy dual lands. I don't have any Slick Shores or Gloom Lake Verges. Map token, you got it. I did not mean to throw away the Vanguard. The Keep Guard. That was me getting distracted. No blocks. Actually, we could have blocked with this tracker there, but let's see if they play Nowhere to Run or something. Will you let me have this? They think about it. They kill it, I imagine. Ooh, that's a nice draw. I think we're going to do a combat research on this guy. 2, 3, we don't have lifelink. What if they're going to flash on the next tracker? I mean, they have exactly 3 mana open. So I guess that would make sense. If we put it here, we can Shard Mage Rescue on either, which would eat the tracker. No, it's the Drowner instead. That can still be hexproof, though. No, none of that. It's still a lot of damage to take on the back rack. We could leave back the Scavenger, I guess. It does block everything right now. If we get lucky and they whiff. Okay, we are definitively in the game now. And we have a couple draws ahead of us. We'll put a counter here so that we have multiple threats that could block. Alright, we're back in the game despite a couple fumbles there. We should have flashed in the tracker to block. We shouldn't have thrown in the Keep Guard so early, but I was reading your stupid Teamer Caller deck. Alright, the key is I don't know what Invasion of Ixalan does, and there's no way I can really tell what the combo is. Invasion of Ixalan. Why is this card essential? What does it do? This town, that's sad. Hopeless Nightmare. Been the land? Yeah, I think so still. We'll just go tracker or combat research. We still have blockers unless they hit. Hey, even if they hit nowhere to run. Ooh, another one. Must be nice. I think we're still going tracker combat research this turn. Down to 5. Sad. 1 in the air. Down to 4. Okay. Combat research, probably on the Glimmer, I guess. Doesn't really matter. Yeah, let's put it here. Shelter, that's huge. We'll hold back the blocker because it's the only thing keeping us left. Alright, so there's a chance. If they don't have nowhere to run, and we can slip in a shelter. Chump block, we're down to 4. We have 2 blockers. They don't sack any Hopeless Mighteners for the upkeep scribe. They have a single nowhere to run. So you have 2 nowhere to runs. They have the draw engine though. The draw engine's popping off more than ours. Because those sexy, rare dual lands allow them to play spells early. It's the second bounce spell. We take 3. We take the rest of the damage. We're very sad, boy. But that's okay. So Invasion Ixalan has a ton of text and is sideways, which isn't really helpful for me to read it. Okay. When it enters, look at the top 5 cards of your library. You may reveal a permanent card from among them and put it into your hand. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. Okay. And how expensive? That's 2 mana. 2 mana, look at the top 4, get a permanent into your hand. Then if you flip it by attacking it for 4 defense counter damage, you get a Belligerent Register, which has trample. Whenever you cast a spell, the Belligerent Register gains indestructible until end of turn. No, it's mulligan. Need better land. Worse land somehow. Mulligan again. Forced to keep. Oh, geez. So we have to ossify on 2. We have no creatures to protect. I mean, we're going to need to protect the entity tracker eventually. But it's probably just this. We could flash. No. I think you go for power level here. So we're gonna go turn 2 ossify, turn 3 tracker ideally, and then they'll be tapped out, and then we'll shelter, give it protection. Hope we get there. The fact that they are this color combination is not very helpful though, because it means they're nowhere to run. Choose through the shelter. All right. So reading this Invasion of Ixalan did not really help me understand the deck. So what does the Valley Flood Color do? I don't even know what that card does. I think it just like looks at the top like 6 cards or something. We could shelter now. It's not great with nowhere to run. Maybe it's okay though. Let's give it to him. Life gain matters in this matchup. Alright, 3 lifelink vigilance. We need the land. The 3 life could matter. They do kind of chip away. So Valley Foot Clutter. Ah, you may cast. It itself is flash. It's not the one I was thinking of. Yeah, there's nowhere to run. Sucks to suck. 3 mana, 2/2 flash. You may cast non-creature spells as though they had flash. Okay. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, birds, frogs, otters, and rats you control get +1/+1 until end of turn. Untap them. I imagine the flash part is the critical part. We do not hit the land, so that is sad. We'll take this guy again. Non-creatures have flash. I mean, I guess you hold the rescue to give it enough toughness to survive the next nowhere to run. Sad. It's not a land. Alright, feeling like game again. Alright, so non-creature spells have flash. So who's a non-creature in this deck that's really important to cast? Sure, I'll discard another card. It's fine. Okay, that's game, right? We can't undo the multiple entity trackers. I'm not going to look at the rest of the game. And this is card called Song of Totentons. Create X11 black rats. All right, so maybe that's the thing. You create a bunch of rats. They all can tap for mana of any color with Enduring Vitality. So that's interesting. And then what's the win con? Do they have haste? Creatures you control gain haste until end of turn. Okay, so you can make a ton of mana. All these little rats have haste. Oh, they're rats. And so Valley Flood Color, then you cast stuff and they all get +1 counters? +1/+1 until end of turn, and untap them. Okay, so you have infinite mana basically. All right, so you tap the rats to do stuff. They get +1, but then you untap them, and so all your rats now are mana dorks that also untap. So that's a combo. Yes, we'll keep this. This is the best thing we've seen in a couple games. And we hit a 1-drop. Life is great. Cut down immediately. Life's okay. Yeah, I guess I could do that. It doesn't seem particularly new as far as I can tell. But that doesn't mean I can't try it. We have no protection anyway, so drop this guy. If we had like Shard Mage Rescue in hand, I might wait one more turn. What are we doing here? Oof, the reanimation. Mana value 3 or less. Nothing down there yet. We got the Ossify. Ugh. I mean, do you want to throw combat research on this thing? I guess we could. You gotta do something. You gotta try. You really gonna kill my poor Fear Surveillance? You're gonna kill my poor budget deck? Just let it be, man. It doesn't gotta be like that. Okay. Fear Surveillance. Yeah, so it doesn't seem particularly new. It seems like it's at least 3 months old, just from searching on YouTube. I could try it. My guess is that it kind of sucks. Otherwise we'd see more of it. But I could try it for you, if it'd make you happy. Cool, let's keep that. We got the Rescue to pair with it, too. Alright, so they mill 4, then they're going to exile... Maybe like a Go for Throw to cut down. They do have the creature to reanimate finally, so there's the Oculus. We have the Ossify, but it's slow, so we'll get that first trigger anyway. And it keeps us off doing the Entity Tracker on a schedule that we would prefer. Oh, they hardcast it from hand. That's cool. That's cool. Yeah, I mean, we have to just Ossify now. We can't give them more Manifest Dread triggers, I don't think. So that means we get slowed down a little bit. At least it's exiled and not killed. And we have to wait another turn to Entity Tracker. So now we go get the Reanimator spell. We copy it, we target the Oculus. It's got 3 mana or less, so it only costs 2 to cast. I get the next Oculus, we don't have an answer to that. Ow. Game's not over, but it's not looking good. Manifest Dread again. That's a land. We could play the Tracker now. And Ethereal Armor, and still hold a Rescue. We gotta get moving. No time for doing nothing. If we hit a Shelter by Ghosts and we can out-life gain them, that is a way to get into the game. Just you? So they're going to flip this at instant speed. It's going to be some big honker, but we're going to go for it. And then we'll rescue and make ourselves a nice beefy creature. Also, we have First Strike, so I don't know what they think they're doing here. Prankster? I don't really know what's happening here. Why did they attack with this? Only one of the 2/2s. We have First Strike. Yeah, what's going on? It's a Djinn. I think they meant to flip it. I don't know what they're doing. They threw it away for free as far as I'm concerned. They do have the Duress. But at least we get this out of it. Oh, baby. Let's go. Manifest Dread again. I don't know if we can out... Ooh, that's so bad. There's nothing we can do. We can't attack with this thing either. We need it back to block these things. 20 lands. Nah, let's go no attacks. We can pretend to have something. We have nothing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 lands. We have 50% of our lands. By like I don't know, turn 6. What is this? There's the Djinn you threw away early. You did not want to flip it. Your spells cost 1 less to cast. It's a little painful. They could go for the throat. It would cost 1 less to cast. They would kill my creature. I think we scoop on that. Are you really going to do it through the Shard Mage's Rescue? Alright. A less successful day of budgeting. But we don't have that much time to kill. It's almost the ladder reset. And it's almost Aether Drift time. So it's okay. I think we will wind it down there. It's not a terrible deck. It's just weaker in power level. But like, it has some core pieces. Like, what's really missing here is not all the 1-drops are spectacular. Like, Scavenger is obviously excellent. Keep card is just like a random thing we threw in there. We're hoping it's enough. Combat Research is suspect. If you're able to pull it off, then it's great. And you can protect the rescue, then it's great. But if you're forced to use it because you have no other choice and it gets picked off, and that's not very good. Glimmer is okay. Fierce Surveillance is a random common. It's okay. It actually is a lot better than probably other things you could be playing. But again, like, it's only so good in your budget deck. And this is, again, this is okay. Like, the discounts on these are good when it pulls off. But really, Entity Tracker is a very powerful card. Scavenger is a very powerful card. Rescue is okay. Ethereal Armor adds a lot of pressure. And the rest of it is kind of just, and Shelter by Ghost is very good. The rest of it is just kind of just stitching it together the best we can. That's all. Like and subscribe. As usual, leave more comments, and have a great day, and I'll see you in the next one.